What's up YouTube? This is James and I'm back with another reaction video. Today we're doing Ren Money Games. We're gonna do Money Game. We're gonna do part 1, 2, and 3. Since I thought that I had the right video last time and did part 1, 2, and 3 as one video, I was informed that there is a video for them, and I think it's a video, a lyric video, and then a regular video, and that the parts that I did weren't even like lyrically the same as these. So hey, maybe you want to check that one out if you haven't checked it out, because a lot of people said that they hadn't heard those versions before anyway. So I'm here for it. This is Ren Money Game. This is part 1. This is the video, and then we're just gonna run into the other two after that. I'll probably edit them. I doubt I'll let you make you sit through me finding them. We'll see. I like to do one takes, but anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Can't keep going with the channel unless you guys do that, because we got to keep growing. With every video, the views go down even though subscribers go up, and I see a ton of Ren subscribers, but my Ren videos have been getting less views, so I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully you guys will come back, and yeah, we'll keep going. Let's just see what this is about though. I don't know if this is a lyric video, I didn't look, but we got captions on.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Read runs through Parliament in tears.
Obviously the captions aren't good, so we're just going to take them off and restart it, because they're more confusing than anything. And I think I'm going to let it run through, and then I'm going to go back through the first verse and see kind of what he's talking about. But I'll just let it run through the first time.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Read runs through Parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie, theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easy.
Okay, now I'm gonna run it back and try to stop it and see what he's actually saying. I think this might be a better way than me pausing it a lot the first time. Just get a run through so we can listen to it, and then see what he's talking about for real, for real.
Who can put fear in?
I'll try not to break.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Read runs through Parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria.
Okay, so it sounds like he's just basically saying can't trust the government. They make you feel, a certain way. They're doing stuff for their own interests, and they're not to be trusted. That's what I'm gathering.
Parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie, theory, strife.
And by fit the criteria, meaning that could be a lot of things, especially if like the government's doing it. They fake the criteria, meaning they could just move the goalposts. Today, let's just use like COVID for example. Today, wear a mask. Tomorrow, no, we don't care. And oh yes, actually we do care. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't know if that's what he means right there, but that's kind of what I just
interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie, theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions.
Living in dictatorships. I don't even know what he's about to say, but basically saying that we're given the illusion of freedom And every day we think, oh, we're free, but in reality, we're being controlled by the powers that be, because they're putting in policies and different, different rules of laws that really just keep us in check, and other things that keep us down, like, for example, in the United States, like the way the tax system works. I mean, you get taxed on when you property tax. You get taxed on when you buy your house. Say you buy a house, you have tax on when you buy your house. You get taxed every year for owning the house. So your property tax, you get taxed for sales tax. You get taxed on every single thing you use, basically. So your water, you're taxed on, so every single utility. I'm pretty sure you even tax on the insurance that goes into it. But what's crazy to me is that they can get you every year for the property you own, taxes you have to pay, how does that make sense? Make it make sense. Maybe I'm just crazy and I don't understand how the world works, but I just got on a little rant and lost my train of thought, but screw the IRS. I should edit that out.
Minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships, nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chain to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole world burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money.
It makes greed a game. As the world turns, the whole world burns. I'm not gonna, I'm not braided. I just want to point that out. I like that.
Was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game.
Basically saying money is the root of all evil. When it comes down to it, money makes the world go round. It was just a piece of paper for trade, but now it's like it's what everybody practically spends their entire day trying to get more of, or you're working, you're hustling, even making YouTube videos, even though I don't make much money, if at all any. I need to make a video about that. Let me know if you guys would want to see that, because I should make a video about how much money I make with the amount of subscribers I have, etc. But it's like turn a child into a killer. That could be inner streets of a big city. Could be children in poor countries. Africa comes to mind when you see a lot of the kids like armed up, ready for war. In the end, really, it's all for money. That's all about money and power. But money is power. Right.
Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
What the hell? Oh, okay. Got some Negan vibes going on here.
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant. Cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome. and also colonised by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again. Demonise a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain.
Alright, I won't let it play that, but I'm gonna run back and do the same thing we did. Kind of break it down. That was a dope verse. This is a dope song. That part I remember from the other version. The first part I don't necessarily remember from the first version, so, or the other version I did. So maybe that's the different part. I hope I didn't go back too far. Nope. Here we go.
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate when they make us believe.
Everyone is a resident of fear when they support these ideas that keep us separate. Not break it down, just point it out.
That everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. That's ain't badly through.
When they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize us in the streets. So basically, this is him talking about the government keeping citizens afraid and, you know, making them seem more important to us because we're afraid of everything. And you know, keep your people, lead with fear, I think is what it is. Like a lot of people say, and I'm not gonna say I believe it one way or the other because I'm not getting into politics, but a lot of people say back in the day, Bush led with fear when he said that you're with this or you're against this, you know, and just drilled in like Iraq, did it after 9/11, and it was a fear thing because they said they had like nuclear weapons, and turns out they didn't. So I'm using that as an example because there's proof behind all of this, not something I'm just making up. And so that could be considered a way of you lead with fear, like you scare your population into basically agreeing to a war or something like that through fear. Crazy.
Ideas to keep us separate when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. That's ain't badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech.
And also it's gone to, you know, the also division just in general in politics and race and all of these different things, and how like, oh yeah, you can do all these things, but these are being hidden behind freedom of speech. Like, is that really how it's supposed to be?
When to terrorize you in the streets, that's ain't badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom.
There's a difference between freedom of speech and just blatantly hating somebody. Like, yeah, I mean, it's still your freedom to do that, but like, I mean, I guess there's a time and place for it. I mean, if you're gonna do it, I don't know. It's kind of like what they used to say. I show my age here, but like growing up, I was of the age group that was kind of growing as like gay rights changed and evolved or whatever. So like as a elementary, junior high kid, you know, I was probably like using gay slurs and being like whatever, you know, not to anyone in particular, just calling people gay, like, oh yeah, like meaning like, or like saying like that's gay, which now I realize is not a good thing to say. I think I lost my point. Let me know there's nobody.
To hate, a way to justify a racist slur or insult we make. There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have been...
I mean, I guess what I was really just going to say is that, well, I don't know what I was going to say, but the point is things have changed over the years, and people have started to, you know, go from, oh, well, we have a freedom of speech to say what we want, to I'm going to use this freedom of speech to get on a platform and spew hate and teach hate. Like the stuff that I was saying back then, like wasn't, I don't know, I guess it was probably bad, and it just wasn't like on the mainstream level of bad, and it wasn't like a like you say it and people are like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, so it wasn't like a negative kind of like thing in society. Now if you were to say that, it would be like, what are you talking about? Like, why would you say something like that? And like as you grow up as a person, at least for me, I learned that those things aren't things you should be saying in public or at all, or even be thinking, because like there's nothing well, there's something different, but there's nothing wrong with the way someone decides to live their life, and it's not for me to judge it. So to stand behind freedom of speech for hate is, yeah, complete BS, because that's what I would be doing if I was still of that mindset, as a junior high kid, or who, whatever, and saying like, oh, like, I guess I never really applied it until I got older and met gay people, got gay friends, and then realized like, well, what the hell am I doing? Like, wow, that's just as bad as like saying the N word or like doing this or doing that. It's just the same. It's hiding behind hate. And I know I got on a rant, probably completely got off base, but let's keep going.
There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that's savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome. And also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we make the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same.
And if you think about it, look at it, I mean, like you said, America was colonized by British, or by Britain, and, the Native Americans, land was taken, and, now they have like little small patches of reservations around the country, basically wiped out. I mean, if you think about it, that's pretty much what it is. That happened all around the world. And the thing is, you got to think, so did it have to happen? And if it did have to happen, did it have to happen that way? Like, is that growth? Is that progress? Maybe for the people who invaded it. I mean, it helped England, it helped now America. But if you think about it, was it the right way to do it? Same with like any war really. But I mean, also look at like what's going on in the Middle East with like, some people just want to be left alone in their life, their religion, and do their own thing and not be like westernized or whatever. And then others, are the other way around. Like, so I don't know. I'm confused about most religious wars. Like, and sometimes I'm even confused, and this is totally off base, but maybe you guys can help. Like, for example, and I could look this up, like Dubai versus like some of the other like countries around there. Like, so like Dubai, Kuwait seem pretty liberal when it comes to, if that's where it comes to the Middle East countries. But then, of course, you have like Iraq, Iran, totally other side. And then like, what's another good example? Why can't I think? Georgia, I think, the country. Like, I'm pretty sure they're pretty progressive, and I could be wrong about all of that, but I don't know the difference, because I think most of them are close to the same religion or have the same parts of of Muslim, Islam. Help me out. I don't know. I'm just bringing stuff up, and I don't know the answers to any of this, and I'm just questioning it. This is gonna be a long video.
Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Fuck is going on?
This whole money game. This old money game.
Okay. So a lot of time left, so I don't know what. Okay. Oh hell no. The heck is happening? Let me know what this symbolizes if I'm missing out on the symbolism of this visual. Is he trying to pour fire or get rid of? Is the person playing the guitar like what he's against, like the government and just the game, or either way he backed off. Wow, alright, so hope he doesn't. Okay, don't do that. Nah, what the hell? Get out of here. It doesn't do anything else, right? Oh wow, that was insane. What an ending. That was Ren Money Game Part 1. Yeah, you guys are right. The visual really changes things. I don't want to talk too much about it because we're going to go into Part 2. But I mean, and also I did kind of during the video break down each verse afterwards. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much for me, it's saying facts of capitalism, what's going on, like the government is playing us and we're all part of it, or even if you don't want to be, you are, pretty much. And that's where we're at. Let's keep going. All right, so here we got Ren Money Game Part 2. We're gonna keep going, and this is the official lyric video. I don't think I did this one during the original. If I did, that's fine. I'd be the only one. So let's just go ahead and keep this train going.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And those who
I like the little change in the beat. At least it sounds like it's different. Alright, so we're gonna run it back here, see what he was talking about. This one has more kind of, to me, like more of a little I guess, Jamaican feel, maybe? Let's see what we're talking about.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria.
Narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Facts. And you know what's crazy about that is, I don't know when this was written and when it came out or whatnot, but I feel like, and maybe I'm just nuts, but after like the lockdown 2020, 2021, people have come out and they don't know how to behave in public anymore. Not that this has to do with narcissist mindset, but maybe it's because people just started saying, I don't care about other people. Like, they were trapped up for so long, locked up, and they're narcissists. Because it's like, I go to public events, or if I'm driving, or just anything, like, people don't know how to act in public anymore. I know that's not what he meant here, but still, yeah. Strange times we're living in, panic and hysteria, poor men learn, rich men don't care for you. Facts.
Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain, split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on, needlessly.
I think that was self-explanatory. Just government sucks and they're out for their own. And I think that's what we're gonna go into here. Basically, more of the same. Just bleeding the resources and everything else they can.
Bleeding resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire.
Number 10 Downing Street, I believe, is where the Prime Minister lives. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we don't want to blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. But point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Panic, hysteria.
This old money game. This old. Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells cause there's loads on the sand. Step 1, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a show, then you're just a fucking waste, man. 3, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, rain, rain,
Wow. We're running it all the way back.
rain.
Not all the way, but to the beginning of that verse.
We climb.
Here we go. This is crazy.
Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime.
Money is the game and the ladder we climb. Facts. So in order to get more money, you have to climb up the ladder, right? You have to be the big boss. You have to be a bigger person, bigger boss. That's why I'm showing Tony Soprano here. He's the boss man. Turns a saint into a sinner, meaning money, again, is the root of all evil. It makes you do crazy things with a finger in crime. Yeah, it can happen.
I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line.
So he's basically breaking down like capitalism and greed and all of that stuff just right for us right here.
This is business economics in the nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're...
Must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Think about that. Like, think about like Beanie Babies or like those Stanley cups. That's exactly what they did. This is like marketing 101.
Rare, you see, bear with me. Take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them. Really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off.
I love that part. Guns sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell time to a clock. Basically, again, just saying that it's insane out there. People will literally charge you for anything. Like sell water to a fish. Like again, like I was saying earlier, like taxed on your water. Like shouldn't that just be a natural human like commodity that people are like? I feel like everyone should have water, electricity, and like gas in their house. You know, if they need it, like those things. Like who the hell is making us pay for that? Like this is insane to me. It's always been insane to me. Like basic things like that. I don't know. But anyways, so time to a clock. Yeah, so I mean, it's just kind of pointing fun at the fact that they will get you to buy anything, and it works.
Limit yourself, she sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game.
Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It's the same in politics, same in like, excuse me, got excited to hit the mic. Same as like even hip hop with rap battles, you know, controversy is the game. I mean, look at Kanye, look at him, you know, controversy sells, polarize the people. It's exactly what they do. Exactly what politics do. When you spread people, split them, they're going to pick a side, they're going to be more excited for whatever that side is.
Don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we died upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old.
All right, so that was Ren Money Game Part 2. That was a nice second part. I don't remember if that one was much different from the one that I did. Honestly, I'm kind of fuzzy on that one. But I like this. I like the message. I like that it's a standalone song, you know, from one, so we could listen to it by itself if it makes sense. I'm here for it. Ren is coming through on the Money Game songs, so I'm ready for part 3. Guys, this is Ren Money Game Part 3 official music video. This is 9 minutes and 19 seconds, so I'm not even gonna hold you. We're just gonna get going and see what this is about. Cool visuals. Like the visuals are really nice. That's probably why the video so long is a lot long intro and outro. Money Game Part 3. Samuel and Ren video. Who's Samuel? Interesting. Okay.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in products.
Alright, we're gonna stop right there and run back because there was a lot going on. So basically, he's talking about, and this is I think the exact same as the other version that I did. So I remember a lot about this, but we're gonna run it back a little bit. He's basically he's talking about Jimmy, a kid that was born, and his dad, is reiterating how important money is to him, and the kid is really smart and just doing his thing, but he's also getting like this stuff fed into his head that money is like, you gotta have more, you gotta have more, you gotta have more, like you're not adequate enough is what I'm getting. Let's just...
First words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking,
and
3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants.
So he was pushed, like, had a lot of pressure on him, and was, I guess, certain values were instilled in him, if you call him that.
6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made
everything
him
sounds good so far,
1.
right?
8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, Solving complex mathematical equations at 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of love.
So right there, it sounds like that lawlessness or the evil kicked in.
Wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing.
So yeah, it's just like going through the story of the life of this guy and how it's just like progressively getting like more and more towards the crime side, which is more money. You know, he's got his dad breathing down his throat, telling him like he's not good enough, and he's just like spiraling. It seems, doing like more and more illegal stuff, but making more money.
Kilos to tons, he's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Wow. I love the theatrics.
35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36,
Okay.
getting pissed off, abusing his product.
Probably gonna go off the rails now.
37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel with a
By the way, I'm not breaking down a lot of this because like I think it was on the other version that I did, so I'm just enjoying listening to it, and it's kind of straightforward. He's just telling a nice, interesting story.
Words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again.
Yeah. And that's one of those things. It's like the life he was living started off being smart kid, able to do all types of stuff, but his dad was like not happy with what he was doing. More money you could make, and so the more and more he tried to make, the deeper he got into illegal crap, which ends up with him being paralyzed at the age of 30 something. So was it worth it? Or is it back to that the money is the root of all evil type thing? Let's find out. Greed, right? Because he had enough. Now he's unhappy. Man.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music.
Yo, I mean, what he said right there is real AF. I mean, it is a part of, it's a version of you and a version of me.
Inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide.
Right?
Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Wow, this is crazy. This is awesome. Talk about artists. What is your solution, Ren?
Everything is subject to change.
Okay.
We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains.
Facts.
But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd, if there's more money for me.
I mean, what he just said right there, I probably said in other videos, and I've said it for years, is that I feel like, at least in America, the education system is dumbing people down. Like, dumbing down kids, especially in like lower class neighborhoods and areas, just for the fact that the government wants to be able to control what they say and what they do. And if they're dumb, sorry to say, but if they have less intelligence, they're not going to understand when it comes time to vote what the issues are, why they're voting this way. So they could just slip things in social media or on the TV. People hear it, oh, I believe that, and go with it without actually thinking, because they were dumbed down. They weren't taught to like think outside of the box or think for yourselves. And if you're not taught to think for yourself, then you'll do what the sheep want you to do, or what you're told to do, or just what everyone else is doing, which isn't the way to live, and it doesn't help society move forward.
Always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me. Then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Classic.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father.
So good.
It's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Damn. Well, that was Ren Money Game Part 3. What a fitting ending. Let's make sure it doesn't have any sort of flash at Money Game Part 3. Okay. What a fitting ending. I mean, it told the story of someone named Jimmy, who again was a kid that was born into, I guess, regular means. He was smart, overachiever, able to do all these things. Wasn't good enough for his dad. Got into crime. Things spiral. It's the greed that comes in, and the money ended up killing him, basically. I mean, I've said my piece on the other parts, and this was a nice bookend to the money game. I mean, I guess there could still be more in the future, but so far this was a nice bookend. So props to Ren, and thank you guys for telling me that I had the wrong videos, and hopefully you come back and watch these ones. And if you're still here, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit me up with some more Ren videos to react to, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, guys, be safe and deuces.